What's up, guys? For those who don't know, my name is Garrett. I've been selling on Amazon for about 3 years now, going on my 4th year. And last year I did about 100,000 in revenue for my business. So for this video, I kind of want to go over how I did that, you know, exactly kind of go through the process of what you need to do. The first and foremost, you need to start an Amazon Seller Central account. I'll kind of show what that is. Let's see. So this is not like your usual where you like go and buy your products. You're starting an Amazon Seller Central account, and this is where you just kind of you run your business off of this pretty much. It's the only place I think that you can do that. But anyways, that's the page that you go to and everything. And then once you've started that, you've got your business going. I started with an LLC, but I don't think you need to. And especially for my model, I do used books. If you're going to be selling like medical stuff, maybe you do want to protect yourself a little more. But for books and stuff, there's not much risk involved in someone hurting themselves. So, you know, you probably could start with that one. Anyways, once you've got that set up, you need to just start purchasing stuff. For me, I purchased books, and you know, at the beginning, you're not gonna know what to purchase. You're gonna purchase a lot of bad things, and that's okay. You know, just kind of get over that. Oh, what do I need to purchase? What's the exact one? It's not like that. You need to purchase bad things in order for you to find the good things, and that's just the way it is. You know, the traditional way of education has taught us that, you know, failure is bad, but it's actually the opposite of that. Failure is a good thing. You just got to go towards failure in order to learn how to be successful. You know, I know it sounds weird, but that's just how it is. That's how life is. And it's definitely the opposite of what the traditional education has taught us. But once you've started purchasing books, now you need to start learning the tools to find the good books. You know, I know it's kind of opposite of what it seems, but that's the way it is. You know, for me, I started with thrifting. You can do it that way, but once you've kind of understood what books you're wanting to buy and stuff, you're going to want to start going into the online tools. In my opinion, you can thrift all you want for as long as you want, but eventually, time wise, it's better to come in over to the online arbitrage side of things. So I come in here and I'm using Keepa right now. Keepa is your base point. You have to know Keepa because of the charts right here in the bottom right. So you can click on this on Keepa and then you can just see the charts. So the main 3 things that you want to know is the sales rank, which is the green line. Every time it drops, that's a sale. And this one's dropping a whole bunch, so you can't really differentiate a whole bunch of the drops, but just know it's selling a lot, this specific book. The next one you want to look at is the black line, which is the lowest used price, because I sell used books, and that's kind of the main thing that's going on. Be careful selling new books and new products for that matter, because you can run into some IP complaint issues, intellectual property issues. Anyways, and then the third one you want to know is the buy box, which is this purple box. I'm not going to go in great detail of the Keepa just because that's a whole nother video in itself, and I've got a couple of videos and there's other videos out there that you can watch. But this is the main tool that you're going to want to learn. Once you've learned that and you can understand like this book isn't really a great book, once you can look at the bottom right graph and understand that this book is on it, you can then come over to BookMine. BookMine is an advanced online arbitrage book sourcing tool. I have a video that you can go watch that kind of goes in more depth about it, but just know that why it's better than Keepa is just because it brings you the good books forward. It kind of gets rid of all the books that are like, no way in God's green earth can this book work, and it kind of just gets rid of it. And it also brings the chart up front. You don't have to come in here and hover over each one in order to see it. They just have it right here, and you just scroll through it, and you can be like, oh, this is actually a good looking book right here. But so you can click on it right here and go into it. But I'm not going to go into book mine either. I'm just kind of doing an overview of exactly, you know, what books or what tools I use to or sell books on Amazon. Once you've kind of understood Keepa, you then moved on to book mine, and you're doing great. You're learning great. And you know everything now. Now you need to really start tracking things from the very beginning. Because in my experience, it takes about a year. It takes about a year of at least in books, it takes about a year of buying and buying and buying and buying for that whole entire year. And then once you've gone through a whole year, you can look back on your all the books that you've tracked, that you're tracking the buy price, the sell price, the how long it took to sell, when it sold, because there's seasonal thing too. Like you buy a Christmas book in summertime and you can sell it for twice as much or 3 times as much in Christmas time. So there's a lot of nuances to it, but you just kind of have to track it in order to understand the highs and lows of each book. And then you can go back and look at, say, December and say, hey, you know, how did this book do back then? And then you can understand exactly where it's at. But you can only do that if you track it. If you're just selling it without understanding or tracking anything, you're not going to be able to look back at your previous, you know, wins to understand, you know, what to look for and stuff. But once you've done that, you got to repeat the process. So this is the biggest thing that is hard to grasp, I feel like, is, you know, say you buy a book for $20 and then you sell it for $100. You've made what, I don't know, $50 profit right there, maybe $40, something like that. That's amazing. That's an amazing flip. You just turn $20 into $40 or something. And then if you don't buy again, you're done. You know, woo, $40. You know what I'm saying? If you want to actually make this a full-time thing and you need like to replace your income, say you're making, you know, close to minimum wage, you're making like $1,000 every 2 weeks or something, then in order to get to that point where you're making $1,000 every 2 weeks, you have to continuously buy. You have to continuously go and go and go and go every single day until you've got this snowball that's built and built and built and built. And then you can, you know, roll off of it. You know what I'm saying? But it takes time. It's not going to be like tomorrow, boom, you've made it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take, like I said, it took me a year. If you got more money, it could take less time. You got less money, you starting like I did. I started with whatever I could pull out of my paycheck every 2 weeks, you know, and that's like $100, $200. You know what I'm saying? I started with that. And so it's taken me, you know, 3 years, 4 years to actually be like considering, you know, some things like that maybe I can live off of this. I'm definitely not there yet. I'm still working on a 9 to 5, but eventually it will replace that, and it will take a little bit more time. You know, I'm hoping another year and I'll be able to start, you know, weighing my options out. But it takes time though, and you have to repeat the process. And then once you've done that, you can start automating things, and then you can really start letting your business like start like taking care of itself. You can hire, what do you call that? Online people to help you. Let me know in the comments what that word is. But you can start hiring people to start like doing all the Google spreadsheet stuff for you. You can hire them to look up or find books and purchase them, but I think that's the last thing you should probably outsource. Do all the admin stuff first and all that, and then you can move on to that, and then just let it go. You know what I'm saying? Once you've got to that point, you've gotten to the point where your money is making itself. You know what I'm saying? But it takes a while to get there. But in conclusion, you know, you're turning your books into cash through consistency. You're finding the right books, you're buying the right books, and you're selling the right books. But it takes consistency, it takes you tracking it, and it takes you learning exactly what you're looking for. And that takes time, you know. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. You know, if you liked this and you want to learn more about this, please like and subscribe this video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll bring more to you. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.